test results in at last. There's been a bit of a wait, but no surprise there. Bad news is the results themselves.
When Stanley Franks was told he had 1,500 words left to live, his reaction could be said to consist of 5 distinct stages. Firstly, anger.
No! You're wrong! You're wrong! You're wrong! You're wrong! You don't know what you're on about! Talking out your ass. Bastard.
Then came despair. Then a terrible thirst. A brief half-hearted attempt at suicide. And finally, quiet resignation. When he'd finished, the doctor straightened his tie, reunited the skeleton with his tibia, and informed Stanley that the total now stood at 50. He handed Stanley a silver metallic counter and then returned to writing a letter in which he explained to his wife that he was running off with a local oncologist called Patricia.
If you're really struggling, you can call this number. Thank you, Doctor. 47. Fuck. 46.
Stanley wondered how he was going to tell Julia. He reasoned that 46 words should be more than enough to sustain a loving relationship. They'd known each other since school. What more really needed to be said? Plus, she wasn't good with big news. He'd seen that at first hand with the whole Princess Diana episode. In the end, Stanley decided the best thing to do was just not tell her and see how that went. Stanley had worked out that the majority of a relationship, the real grist, was spent in silence anyway. 40% of it you slept, then you had eating, brushing your teeth, watching TV, taking the bins out. That left maybe 30% of your day to worry about. Stanley found that the best method to fill any potentially awkward silences was a combination of winking, long, meaningful eye contact, and playful punches on the arm.
Ow.
Every now and again, he would adorn her with exotic and unusual words as if they were precious stones. Words like
Beatitude. Pulchritudinous.
And occasionally,
soliloquy.
However, after a while, Julia had had enough of all the winking, the arm punching, and the staring at her while she slept. The silence began to fill the house, quietly, like a gas leak, until it was eventually broken by the 4 words that Stanley had been dreading.
We need to talk.
Stanley went to the place he always went to in times of strife. The woods. Armed with a 12-pack of super-strength Danish lager. There he drank. He drank until language lost all meaning. Verbs, tenses, cases collapsed around him. Grammar dissolved. Pronouns prolapsed. Words became strange, guttural noises. He drank until he was just another animal heaving and lowing at the midday sun. He bellowed at the trees, he howled at the birds, and still he drank until he had just one word left. Stanley awoke the next day with a start. He thought back to the night before and dimly recalled shouting the word Julia over and over again at a nearby duck. which in retrospect was a real waste.
words you have left. You have 1 word left. Is this correct? Press 1 for yes, or 3, I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like to hear a list of suggested last words? Press 1 for yes, or 3, suggested last words. Sorry. Why? Thanks. Allah. Dead. If you would like us to send a loved one a recorded message, press 0. Please type in your loved one's name using the keypad on your telephone now. You typed in Jugliat. Is this correct? Press 1 for yes, or 3, great. Composing suggested message to Jugliat now. Dear Jugliat, I'm so sorry, I'm dead. I'll be waiting for you in heaven. Would you like to send this message? Press 1 for yes, or 3 for no. To record your own personal message to Jugliat, press 0 now. For suggested adjectives which best describe your loved one, press 1. For help recalling the first time you met, press 2. For words that rhyme with Jugliat, press 3. For help putting into words how much you love them, press 4. For more time, press 5. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Would you like more time? Would you like more time? Would you like more time?
Yes!